Hello, Congressmen and Congresswomen, both in the House of Representatives and the Senate, President of the United States, Chairman and board members of the Fed, and of course, politicians at the local, state, and federal levels. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the most important issues in American history. That is whether or not college should be free. Of course, numbers have plagued both sides of media concerning the amount of student loan debt currently held by Americans and the resulting problems that come with holding such high amounts of debt. In this project, I want to cause you to think about something. That something is the American experience, especially the one after college, and even so, the one before it. Should Americans feel plagued by the incredible levels of student loan debt currently bothering so many people? Should high schoolers be denied their opportunity to go to college solely based on their economic background? Should people who are wealthy have easier access to education and thus easier access to more wealth in the future? Personally, a lot of these answers are very obvious to me. Although I understand that the partiality and partisanship that comes with politics makes these answers not so easily answerable in the political realm. I offer you this video as a testament to the American experience. As a student at Texas Tech University, I certainly have something to say about the issue. But more importantly, as an American citizen and a citizen of the world, my opinion is valid. And this is something I want to share with you. I want to start by taking a look at a tweet from NPR. On February 3rd of 2019, National Public Radio shared this with the public. In the US, student loan debt has more than doubled over the past decade to about $1.5 trillion. Now, the Fed estimates that 20% of the decline in home ownership rates is attributable to that debt. In response, David Moon, a random Twitter user albeit, had this to say: "As long as people can dip into the bottomless well of student loans, the more universities will increase costs." And this is an important sentiment, not only because a lot of people think that, but also because it's true. Since 1987, costs have increased by more than 213% for public universities. For private, 129%. Next, I want to go back to NPR's original tweet that student loan debt has more than doubled over the past decade to about $1.5 trillion. That means in all of the history of higher education, specifically the financing of it, up until 2009, Americans racked up $750 billion in student loan debt. And in just the past 10 years, we've managed to double that number. This is alarming for multiple reasons. For one, it shows that student loan debt doesn't increase gradually, especially now. It increases exponentially. That means this problem doesn't get worse slowly. It gets worse fast, and now, and will be worse tomorrow than it is today. This is simply a call for immediate action. Whether or not, the question is, should it be free or not? The system needs reform. $1.5 trillion in debt is $500 billion more than the total amount of credit card debt held by all Americans. Next, I want to talk about the people. 45 million Americans currently live with student loan debt. 66% of graduates from public colleges are currently holding loans, averaging $25,550. 75% from private colleges currently hold loans. And this problem transcends just an amount of money that has to be paid back. As NPR pointed out, a 20% decrease in home ownership among individuals in this age range can be attributed to exorbitant amounts of student loan debt. Now, owning a home is one of the most important financial investments that most Americans make in their lives because the housing market is strong. Houses appreciate in value, and the earlier you can purchase one, the better chance you have of attaining financial stability. So imagine you're a young graduate working, barely being able to afford your student loan debt, as almost 15% of college graduates will default on their student loan payments within the first year of graduating. So not only are you riddled with bills that you weren't expecting from a contract that you signed when you were 18 years old, you also can't invest in your future and in your family and in the financial stability of those around you. This problem transcends, like I said, just numbers on a piece of paper. It affects people's happiness, people's prospects for the future. The last question, and probably the most important question I want to talk about, is that of economic discrimination. Should it be that if you're born to a poor family, that you are significantly less likely to attend college than if you were born to a wealthier family? I think the answer is no. You see, I speak from an interesting perspective. I'm able to attend college without the need to take out student loans. Why? Because both of my parents attended college and got well-paying jobs shortly thereafter. You see, it's different for me than the people I walk by on campus, the people I live with, the people I sit next to in class, some of the people who teach me. Am I any better than them? I don't think so. I attend the same school. I have a similar lifestyle. I likely have the same zeal to improve my human capital and to get a college degree, one, because it's worth it for my mental and personal growth, but also because it's a great way to increase the prospects of income later on in life. You see, nothing is different about me and these people. The only difference is I got lucky. I won a lottery at birth that significantly changed my prospects for attaining higher education. And the opposite is true for them. As I said, nothing is different about me or them. Nothing is different about wealthy people and poor people. Opportunity isn't everywhere, but talent is. When Americans learn to accept that giving opportunity to those who have been disenfranchised over the great history of the United States, we can grow. We can give opportunity where it wasn't before and unlock an entire generation of empowered and opportunistic people who serve only to the benefit of the United States, both economically and politically. We give rise to the notion that no matter who you are or where you come from, you have the same opportunity as the next guy in the room. We neglect and disenfranchise these people in so many different ways, in so many different aspects of their lives. Why not make the change now? Why not follow along in the footsteps of Scandinavian countries like Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and European countries like Britain and Germany and France, who have all managed to successfully implement free college or close to free college tuition for students in their countries? You see, what I call here is not for open access to college for anyone and everyone who wants to attend. In keeping the same merit-based system that we have now, where grades and zeal are what drive your ability to attend college, obviously coupled with financial abilities. By eliminating the financial aspect of college, we increase opportunity. We serve those with talent who have little to nothing else, and we allow them in turn to serve us in the future with dramatic benefit to the United States of America. My name is Christian Nwosu, and this has been my project.